Retired officer says Naples police were pressured to make traffic stops. Arrests. A retired Naples police officer said in an affidavit filed Monday in U.S. District Court that he and his colleagues were constantly pressured by superiors to increase the number of arrests, traffic stops and citations they recorded. Supervisors publicly chastised officers who didn't produce statistics, Scott Stamets said in the affidavit, which is part of a federal trial against former Naples police officer Kyle Bradshaw. Bradshaw is accused of illegally entering the home of a Naples couple and using excessive force in a May 17, 2012, incident. Plaintiffs Alexander Stepanovich, Monica Mazalikova and Ivanica Via allege Bradshaw and other officers forced their way into the plaintiff's condo while responding to a noise complaint. Mazalikova testified Monday, the first day of the trial, that Bradshaw injured her in an ensuing scuffle and used a chokehold on Stepanovich, who twice was tased by another officer while he was handcuffed. Bradshaw's lawyer argued Monday that his client had no intent to violate anyone's constitutional rights during the May 2012 incident and was just doing his job that night. But in his affidavit, Stamets, who worked as a patrol officer with the Naples police for 4 years, said he and other officers thought Bradshaw and his night shift had entered the home illegally. There was a lot of discussion about the entry not being justified, Stamets said in the affidavit. I was shocked to hear the details that were being discussed, knowing that a sergeant was on duty during these arrests. Stamets, who previously was a deputy with the Collier County Sheriff's Office for 28 years, said he became concerned once he found out about all of the accolades given Bradshaw's shift for their activity, because each shift was constantly being compared one against the other. Frequently there was an emphasis placed on increasing the number of arrests, field interviews, traffic stops and citations, he wrote in the affidavit. I personally found it very difficult to produce the numbers required on the night shift because Naples transforms into a very quiet community after 10 p.m. A month before the 2012 incident, Sergeant Seth Finman, who is now a lieutenant and spokesman for the department, handed out monthly individual officer activity reports and said you stop a car based on your gut feeling and let them go if you don't find anything, Stamets said in the affidavit. Stamets said he was appalled by Finman's statement and interpreted it as a directive from a supervisor to do something illegal by performing traffic stops and searches without probable cause. Finman said he had not seen the newly filed affidavit but called the statement ridiculous. He directed questions to Naples City Attorney Bob Pritt, who said in an email that he had not seen the affidavit. While assigned to the night shift, Stamets worked with Officer Charles Ankenbauer, who told him he disliked working with Bradshaw's shift because he believed Officer Bradshaw and the other officers on his shift were performing illegal stops and searches, according to the affidavit. A whistleblower letter and affidavit from Ankenbauer, a 20-year officer who retired last September after he was accused of posting racist comments on Facebook, were filed with the court last week. Stamets said he and other officers were outraged when they learned Bradshaw was receiving an award for his involvement in the May 2012 arrest of Stepanovich, Mazalikova and Kavaya. The award totally discredited the award system and all of those who previously earned their recognition, he wrote.
Into this violent traffic stop.
Hello, sir?
1 second, I'm calling my attorney.
I need your license registration for insurance.
Let me call my attorney.
No, you need it now.
Sir, do not get out of the car right now. Get out of the car. Sir, what the are you doing? What the are you doing?
It only took 9 seconds for a Collier County deputy to approach the man's car, open the door, and deploy his taser at him. The driver's GoPro recorded it all.
And there was a reason he had that GoPro in the car in the first place. Wake News investigative reporter Dave Culbreth here with more.
Yeah, Chris, before we go back to that video, we should probably give you some history and background on all this because it goes back to early 2014.
Mr. Harris could be anyone out there that this could happen to.
March 2014, Robert Harris, 41 years old with no criminal record, filed a complaint against a Collier County deputy. Less than a month later, he was coming out of a storage facility at night.
He was there legally. The officer stopped him and didn't give him any opportunity to tell them why he was there.
That was Sergeant Kasey Wingo. In reports, he wrote that Harris smart-mouthed him. Then this happened.
Step it up.
Sergeant Wingo charged Harris with 3 counts of assault on a law enforcement officer. But after reviewing this dash cam video, the state attorney's office dismissed the case.
Obviously, if charges are abandoned, it must mean either that they couldn't prove their case or there was some problem with the way the case was handled.
Initially, Miss Jellos Thompson didn't do much, but Harris kept telling her he was being harassed by Wingo. So, 2.5 years later, in September 2016, she notified the Collier County Sheriff's Office that they will be suing for wrongful arrest. And she told Harris to put a camera in his car.
There was a concern that he may be stopped again, and Robert was in fear. He had been beaten once before, and even though the charges had been abandoned, he was still fearful of something else happening.
Then, 3 months later, December 16th, 2016, Harris was driving down the road, and off to the side he noticed a cop car. Turned out it was Wingo, and he pulled Harris over for having the wrong license plate on his car.
Hello, sir.
1 second, I'm calling my attorney.
I need your license registration for insurance.
Let me call my attorney.
No, you need it now.
Sir, do not get out. Get out of the car right now. Get out of the car. Sir, what the are you doing? What the are you doing?
The deputy pulls out his taser.
What are you doing? Get out right now. What the are you doing? I'm gonna shoot you if you don't get out of the car.
The deputy then climbs into the car.
Please, will you please stop? I am not doing nothing. I'm gonna hurt you so bad in a second.
Afterwards, Wingo charged Harris with assault on a law enforcement officer again, and wrote that Harris reached through the open window with both hands and pulled the door shut. And Robert leaned back in the vehicle, pulling me into the vehicle with him.
He had a video in his car. Completely contradicted what the officer said happened.
Lee Hollander is the attorney who defended Harris on the assault charges.
The officer claims that Mr. Harris yanked him into the car. That's not what happened at all. The officer rips the door open and goes in there, into the car after Mr. Harris with the taser.
I believe that the officer, in my mind, should have identified why he was stopping Robert and given Robert an opportunity to respond. Robert did nothing to escalate that situation.
Hollander says that after being notified of the lawsuit, the sheriff's office should have instructed Sergeant Wingo to stay away from Harris.
This officer had no business, no legit business, getting involved in this case, in the new arrest, and I think it was done for purposes of intimidation because they were notified that they were going to be sued in federal court for what happened in the 14 case.
So Hollander took the latest video, the one that Harris recorded on the camera that he put in his car, to the state attorney's office.
We clued them in about the 14 case and the notice, the 6-month notice that you have to file prior to suing in federal court, and they reviewed it in that light.
And after that, the state attorney's office dismissed the charges of assaulting a cop again. How often have you seen a prosecutor's office drop charges of assault on a law enforcement officer? Not once, but twice.
Never.
Same cop, same...
Never.
Because?
Well, because the prosecutors try to back the officers. I mean, they lean that way, obviously, and for good reason. But sometimes just can't do it.
Did you see battery on a law enforcement officer when you looked at the video, being objective?
Well, obviously, I'm Robert's attorney on the civil side of the case. I did not.
Would you have taken the case had you seen that?
No, I would not have been involved.
What if that camera hadn't been there?
Then it would have been his word versus the officer, and it probably would have been a whole different ball game.
We asked the state attorney's office for an interview, and we're told it couldn't because of the pending lawsuit. But we were able to ask if the deputy's going to face any charges. It did answer that and said there wasn't sufficient evidence at this time. We also asked the sheriff's office for an interview, and it cited the lawsuit as well. But it did say they've not received a complaint against Wingo, and
that what he did was within their policy and within the law. Wingo was not disciplined and remains employed as a Collier County sergeant. One other note, as a result of the arrest, Robert Harris spent 33 days in jail, all of it during Christmas and New Year's. Dave Culbreth, Wink News Now.
Hello, sir.
1 second, I'm calling my attorney.
I need your license, registration for insurance.
Let me call my attorney.
No, you need it now.
Sir, do not get out of the car right now. Get out of the car. Sir, what are you doing? What the are you doing? What the are you doing? Get out right now. What the are you doing? 1024. What the are you doing? I'm not. Sir, what the are you doing? Get out of the car right now. Who are you? Get out of the car right now. Who are you? I'm not doing nothing. Get out of the car right now. What are you doing? Get out of the car. You're under arrest. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. What are you doing? Please stop. I'm not doing nothing. Get out of the car right now. Sir, I'm not doing nothing. Stop. 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 I'm not doing nothing. Sir. Stop. I'm not doing nothing. You're trying to hurt me. Able to help. I'm not doing nothing. Wingo? Are you Wingo? Get out of the car now! Are you Wingo? Are you Wingo? Get out of the car right now! Are you Wingo? Are you Wingo? Get out of the car! I will if you get the. I'm gonna shoot you if you don't get out of the car! Will you? Taser! Will you let me get out without even hurting? Get out of the car right now! Can you stop? Stand back! Stop! Will you please stop? Get out of the car! Do nothing wrong! Sir? Stop! Stop! I'm not scared! Get out of the car! Sir! Will you stop? You call 911. I'm calling 911. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Stop. Let go. Why? So you can hurt me? Sir, please. What is your problem? Get out of the car! Will you please stop? Will you please stop? I am not doing nothing. I'm gonna hurt you so bad in a second. Please stop. Let go of the taser. Why? So you can hurt me? Is it coming? Sir, what is your problem? Get out of the. Who are you? Identify yourself! Who are you? Please don't do this! Please don't do this! Please don't do this! Please stop! Stop! Get it! He's hurt me! He's got me taser! Roll your stomach! Behind your back! I can't breathe! Quit fighting, man. I'm not! I got hurt! Your hand. Notice that? I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe.
Shut up.
You can breathe. I can't. Grab the throat thing right